Identity thieves have a new trick. It's incredibly easy for them, but it could cost you thousands of dollars, not to mention years of headaches. Here's KDKA investigator Andy Sheehan.
It's tax refund season, and Raymond Gray was expecting more than $2,000 from the IRS. Now it's unclear if that check will ever arrive in the mail.
I worked all year, some money's coming in my account. Guess what? I can have some fun. Well, somebody else is having fun.
As Gray came to learn, identity thieves had stolen his name and social security number and filed for him, claiming a refund well in excess of that $2,000. Now Gray has joined the ranks of millions of Americans who now must appeal to the IRS for the tax refund that's rightfully theirs. That means countless hours filling out forms and waiting on hold.
I'm like, really? The same song? We'll be with you shortly.
Quickly, the hackers will take what they need and pull this crime off.
It's an enormous problem for the IRS and only getting worse. The IRS paid out more than $5 billion in bogus refunds 4 years ago, and experts say that could quadruple this coming year as identity thieves mine the dark web for your personal information.
This is sort of a virtual supermarket for these ID thieves.
Yes, and it's incredibly easy to do.
Here at the cybersecurity firm Taversa, they say the theft of IRS refunds is perhaps the easiest form of cyber crime, since it only requires your name, your social, and an online tax return form. And now it's easier still because of the massive data thefts that have made all this personal information available for sale on the dark web for as little as $3 or $5 a pop.
Every year it's going to get worse, especially this past year with all of the major breaches we've had, the Targets, the Home Depots, the Michaels, and just recently the Anthem Healthcare of over 80 million individual users.
For its part, the IRS calls stopping the thefts a top priority and says it thwarted 19 million bogus returns worth $63 billion over the past 4 years. The agency says it will be supplying all victims with personal identification numbers in the coming years to ensure they won't get hacked again. But here at Taversa, they say the IRS should supply a PIN to every filer in America. That way, more people could escape the fate of Gray, who now must wait a minimum of 6 months for his refund.
At least, they said.
But until the IRS makes those changes, your only protection is to be hyper-vigilant about your personal information and perhaps taking the extra step of getting an identity theft protection service. At the Taversa offices downtown, Andy Sheehan, KDKA TV News.